That's right, boys and girls. Today, we are here to react to the first trailer for Fantastic Four: First Steps. Let's go, baby. So hyped for this movie. Been waiting for this all year long. It hasn't been that long of a year, but ever since they announced this casting, I have been absolutely hype. You guys do not understand. I've been so hype for this film. And and just based on the still images, alone from the production, it's going to be the best movie of 2025, guys. Nah, I'm just f***ing with ya. Nah, you know that's not my vibe. Today we are going to react to the first trailer for Fantastic Four: First Steps. The Fantastic Four have been kind of raped into a ditch, and I think that from the vibe I get from still images alone, Marvel is doing something a little different, shaking it up. There's the line in Doctor Strange 2 where he tells John Krasinski, Reed Richards, didn't you guys chart in the 60s?
Reed Richards of the Fantastic Four.
Hello, Stephen. Fantastic Four. Didn't you guys chart in the 60s?
And just from the promotional stuff I've seen, set images, it looks like Marvel's shaking it up a little bit. They're kind of going back and forth right now between, you know, they do something fun and different with Deadpool and Wolverine, and then we're back to Marvel formula basics with Captain America 4. But without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's get the reaction for the first trailer for Fantastic Four: First Steps.
Welcome to the Baxter Building.
We make a point to do family dinner every week. Sunday at 7 on the dot.
Oh, I like the little 4:3 vignetted aspect ratio. Now transition. I love when movies do that.
Yeah, I'll be the judge of that.
I know this Thing costume is half practical and then they touched it up with CG. I like it. I like the way it looks. And I'm glad they went practical. And I love me some Vanessa Kirby.
Not because it's not delicious, I just want to add a little bit of zip, okay?
The mouth looks a little weird, but that'll be fixed by the time the movie comes out.
Before we went up the first time, you couldn't turn
Jumping back and
invisible.
forth from the aspect ratios.
Ben wasn't a rock.
The best pilot in the world right here.
Yeah. Best looking, he means.
And Johnny never caught fire.
I wish it was Zachary Montgomery. I'm sure Joseph Quinn will do a good job.
He is Johnny.
But my fan casting was Zachary Montgomery for
Whatever
Human
life
Torch.
throws at us, we'll face it together.
I like the 60s retro take, and I love the costumes. They're so comic booky and corny. Oh, Galactus. Galactus. Yeah. Obviously just a teaser trailer, but I think overall it looks pretty fun. Marvel seems to be kind of, like I said, going back and forth between kind of something that we want to see, something new and fresh, and Captain America, Brave New World type stuff, which I just get very big Winter Soldier vibes from, but not as good. But that, I'm surprised they teased Galactus. I'm not sure what they're gonna do with him, because obviously Doom is the next big threat. But at least they're doing Galactus right, and it's not just a big storm space cloud. I mean, not like a whole lot to take away from the trailer itself. It was a pretty, even for a teaser trailer, is relatively short. 1 minute and 37 seconds. That's pretty short for Marvel, and for just teaser trailers in general. But I love that 60s retros vibe. That 60s retro vibe. I'm sold on it. I'm glad that they're not bringing them into modern MCU day. I'm sure, of course, because the Fantastic Four in the comics play a lot with the multiverse, that they will eventually, or time travel, that they'll eventually meet up with our modern day MCU characters. A theory I know a lot of people have is that Spider-Man might be in it. And unless there's like wonky time travel shenanigans involved, I don't see it happening. It would be cool because Spider-Man debuted in the Fantastic Four comic. That would be pretty sick. And I would also like to see him and Joseph Quinn, Johnny Storm be friends. I think that would be a fun team up just based on Joseph Quinn's past performances and stuff like Stranger Things. I think he'd mix well with Tom Holland. But overall, I mean, I've talked about this in our videos before. Movies can have great trailers and be absolute dog shit. And then there's movies I've seen that have had absolutely horrible trailers, and they were fantastic films. So I do have a lot of hope that they'll get the Fantastic Four right in this case. At the end of the day, I don't really care. Whether the movie is good or bad, it'll be good, it'll be bad. We'll make a video on it, and I'll move on with my life. But it's kind of weird if you look at the lineup leading up to the next Avengers movie. We've got Captain America 4, Thunderbolts, which looks surprisingly fun. Then following up Thunderbolts, we've got Fantastic Four, First Steps, and then Spider-Man 4, which goes into production this spring and or early summer. And I don't think anybody knows who the team is, who the Avengers team is anymore. And Secret Wars is a very Reed, at least the 2010 or 2016 run that I really like, where Doom is the villain, and I think that's obviously what they're going to be adapting. It is a very Reed Richards centered story. We'll see what happens. The lineup for until the next Avengers movie is not looking, not that it's not looking promising, but it's just been so all over the place that it's hard to say that anybody's going to be anticipating it. That's why they brought Downey back. That's why they brought Downey back, because they know people don't care. And I'd honestly prefer if the next big event movie wasn't an Avengers movie, because I don't think the Avengers themselves, there's no team currently. I've seen a clip from Captain America 4 that alludes to that there is no team. The Sokovia Accords ruined that.
I want you, Captain America, to help me rebuild the Avengers.
Oh, with all due respect, sir, when you passed the Sokovia Accords, you tore the Avengers apart. Why the change of heart?
And on top of that, they've just been dicking around. And we don't know who the team is. On top of that, Secret Wars is not an Avengers-centric story. The only reason why they're naming Secret Wars Avengers Secret Wars and Avengers Doomsday is because it's an IP brand thing. Because Avengers, the name Avengers sells tickets. The Avengers is now a household name. But, you know I don't pass judgment on a movie until I've seen it. The Captain America movie could be good. But considering they've reshot it about 8 times, apparently, I don't think it's going to be good, which is disappointing because I think Anthony Mackie can make he makes a good Captain America. His story arc and his show was very compelling. It was the best part of the show, even though the show was overall mediocre. But yeah, just a weird, interesting lineup, and they've just dicked around too much. As Deadpool said in Deadpool and Wolverine,
the whole multiverse thing, it's not great. It's just been miss after miss after miss. Look, the Wizard of Oz did the multiverse first, and they did it best. The gays knew it, but we didn't listen.
The gays knew it. It's a quote from Deadpool and Wolverine. But yeah, I mean, overall, the trailer, I can't judge a movie based on a trailer, This is just a reaction video. So I'm not going to say that the movie's going to be good or bad. I think the cast is really good. I have never even seen the dude who's playing the Thing in anything, but I love Vanessa Kirby from the Mission Impossible movies. Pedro Pascal oozes draw, that magnetism that Downey had. And then Joseph Quinn, solid choice. I would have liked to see Dacre Montgomery, but that's a personal thing. But overall, cool trailer. I like the 60s retro stuff. And yeah. But anyways, boys and girls, that's going to do it for this reaction trailer video. I think I might do one of these tomorrow because the new Jurassic World with Scarlett Johansson trailer is dropping. And see what happens with that. Probably won't be good. But it's directed by Gareth Edwards, who did the 2014 Godzilla, and he did Rogue One. So I am very much assuming with that movie like Rogue One and the 2014 Godzilla, there will not be an emphasis on good characters. It will be really well done kind of action dino set pieces and really cool just overall imagery, because that's what he focuses on. But anyways, we'll talk about that when we react to that trailer. But yeah, that's going to do it, boys and girls. See you later.